Ah, my legs are stuck to the chair. Ah, free wax. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today we're going to be doing a tag video that I hope I made up. This is the foundation tag, and yeah, like I say, I hope I made it up. I hope no one's already done it, because that will be embarrassing, won't it? So I'm going to be going through 10, hang on, yes, 10 different scenarios, 10 different types of day slash event, and I'm going to be telling you my number one choice for each of these scenarios slash events slash days slash life choices, and telling you which foundation I think is best suited to each of these circumstances and why. I would love, if you are a creator, to hear your version of this video, and I'd also love, if you aren't a creator, pop it in the comments down below. Let us know your foundation wardrobe. So the first category is date night slash evening event. So this might be you're going out for dinner with your loved one, you're on a first date, it could be that you're going to the Met Ball, I don't know, I mean, but you're going there in the evening. You can put your makeup on, you know, at 4 or 5 or even 6, and it just needs to last through the evening, and you want to look your best, and you need to be ready for flash photography. So my choice for these circumstances is the Pat McGrath foundation. This foundation is my go-to date night, night out with the girls, you know, drinks with the girls, that kind of event. This is the one I just always go for these days. It used to be Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, still a great choice, but this one is, I just find it much easier shade wise for me, with the amazing undertones that Pat's shade range has. It just suits me much better. I love the fact that I can go as light or as heavy with this as I like. I can either do sheer, or I can build up to like a medium coverage, and it just neutralizes everything but still looks very skin-like, as if I haven't made much effort but I look like a goddess. That's what this does for me. Just beautiful, like Victoria's Secret type skin, which I know is exactly what Pat was going for with this product. I think she nailed it. I think it's exactly what she wanted it to be. So yeah, for me, date night, whether it's with my husband, he wants me to look like myself, or whether it's with, you know, someone for a blind date, a first date, you don't know how it's going to go, but you want to look beautiful, feel confident, but you don't want to look like you tried too hard, you know? You want to keep them guessing. This is my choice. The next category is school run slash errands. So this is like you're running out the house, you're not going anywhere special, you're just running to Boots, you need to pick up some tampons, you're just going on the 5-minute school run, but you just want something, you know, just a hint of cheating going on the face. So for this scenario, I go for my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser. I had to check, because they like to call these products all kinds of different names, but it is in fact a tinted moisturizer. This is just giving me what it says on the tin, a tint, a moisturized hydrated skin. Has it got SPF? Yes, it has SPF 30. Obviously don't just rely on foundation with SPF in it, put SPF on as well, but it's just nice to have that extra coat, isn't it? And just protecting your skin, just giving yourself your skin but better boost for those occasions, just in case, you never know, you might run into an ex or something, and just better safe than sorry. Next up, a work day. Now obviously everybody's work days look wildly different, but for me a work day might be a usual 9 to 5, but obviously I've got a commute in there, a long day but not physically taxing, as in I'm not running around, I'm not a nurse or doctor, or I don't know, a personal instructor. What am I trying to say? Personal trainer. That's what it was. What an idiot. So I'm not like running around sweating. I'm also not outside. I'm generally inside, sat at a desk. This is my choice. So this is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue. So it does have SPF. I don't really care about that. Like I said, I'm sitting inside all day long. So I just want to look very, very natural, am I really wearing makeup, but I just want my redness covered? I also want it to last all day. I don't want to get shinier and shinier throughout the day. I don't want to be too matte because that's going to look too heavy on my skin. I want to look fresh, healthy, natural, and it to wear throughout that entire time and stay the same. I don't want it rubbing off on people. Not that I'm, you know, rub up against people at work or anything. But if you hug someone, hello, or something like that, then you're pretty safe with this one. It's just not running all over the place. It's not going to let me down. I'm not going to look an absolute wally by the end of the day. This is my choice for a work day. Next up, a wedding. And I'm not talking about my wedding, although it could be the same thing, to be honest, because if you're going to a wedding, you've probably got the same requirements really as a bride. Maybe you don't need or want to look quite, generally most brides want to be very natural, like you, but on your most beautiful day. Whereas wedding guests maybe don't have that requirement. But we do have a lot of the same requirements. Can't think of another word. But we do have a lot of the same, what the hell is the word? But we do have a lot of the same needs from our foundation if we're going to a wedding. It needs to last and wear very, very well. Sometimes we might set off to a wedding here at 10 AM that starts at say 12, the wedding, and we're going 12 hours later as a minimum. So we're talking like 15 hours of wear here for a foundation. It needs to look good in all lights, in daylight, in sunlight possibly, if it's a summer wedding, in flash photography, in inside synthetic lighting. It needs to look good under every type of lighting. It needs to wear, like I said, incredibly well. It needs to be sweat proof, sun proof, etc, etc, and it needs to not have a white cast. Very important. It needs to be hug proof, because God help you if you hug the bride and you get foundation on her dress, I heard they kill you. So my choice for a wedding, whether it be a guest actually or a bride, is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing Foundation. It does have SPF in it, but I do not find this gives me a white cast. It's the perfect amount of glow, or it's not sort of a glowy dewy foundation, but it is luminous in a very natural way. It wears incredibly well. It covers everything I need it to cover, but the clue is in the name. That's self-refreshing. You look fresh, healthy, youthful all day and all night, and it just wears beautifully and it photographs beautifully. It's gonna hold up whatever the weather. It has that SPF in there, so you know, in the first hour or so you've got an extra bit of SPF on your face. But yeah, this for me is like how I want to look if I'm going to a wedding. Next up, clubbing. A clubbing foundation. So this is going to have similar requirements to like your evening date night, as in you want it to look good in inside dark lighting and flash photography, but this one needs to be bulletproof, because you're going to be on the dance floor, you're going to be sweating, it's going to be hot, you're going to be running around, you're going to be an utter mess. Oh, is that just me? So it has the same kind of requirements as a date night, but it's got to be more so bulletproof, and you might want a bit more coverage just to keep everything in check for a bit longer. If you start sweating stuff off, you want more layers underneath, you know? So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This photographs beautifully under flash photography and it is bulletproof. I wore this at the end of a long day. I went to the gym and did a cardio session with this still on, like I just didn't bother to take it off, and it looked glorious at the end of it. It just got a little bit more glowy as the day went on, but not too much. It stayed, it's bulletproof, it doesn't transfer. This is gonna be my like go-to, it ain't moving kind of foundation. The next category is gym. I don't mean the gardener next door, I mean going to the gym. You know, to work out. Now, why would you wear foundation to the gym, I hear you say? I generally wouldn't put foundation on just to go to the gym, but I often do go straight to the gym from work or on your lunch break, or you know, you're going to the gym after lunch or something like that, where you might already have makeup on. That's what I'm saying to you. But some people do like to wear a bit of makeup to the gym, and that's allowed. I don't know if you heard, you are allowed to do that. Some people might have a hot gym buddy that they know they're going to see. There might be that guy, Eric, who's always on the bikes that they, you know, just want to look their best for, you know, no harm in that. Maybe after you've been to the gym, you might be going out for lunch or something like that, and you just want to look okay, you know. So my gym foundation is Dior Backstage. Sweatproof, heatproof, so you don't have to worry about that. It's kind of matte. I'd say it's like a natural luminous matte, something like that. It's a very skin-like natural finish. It's very natural. You can use just a light amount, or you can build up as much coverage as you want, but you can keep it very nice and natural and just a hint of something, but your skin's going to look lovely and perfected and just really healthy and youthful, and it's not just going to completely sweat and melt off your face, and you're not going to leave imprints on all the machines of your face as you go around, because that would be embarrassing. Next up, my pick for a festival. A festival, I mean, here in the UK, anything can happen. You're likely to get 3rd-degree burns from the sun. You're equally likely to get so rained on and covered in mud that you might lose a welly. That's how the festivals are here in the UK. Anything can happen, and it does. It's a disgusting place to be. It's not really my thing, but if it was, this would be the foundation I would take. This is, what is this called? A hydrating skin tint. So this is the Lancome Skin Feels Good. I rave about this all the time. I shared with you last time I talked about this, my train story, the great train story of 2019. The short version is that this, throughout the hottest day of your life, is gonna hold up better than any other skin tint kind of product that I can ever tell you about. It's just, you know, a nice, light, fresh, natural, no makeup, but it's gonna stay that way throughout all of that I've just spoken about. The heat, the sweat, the tears, the blood, the urine, the sun, the strange men grinding up against you as you just want to listen to, I don't know, the Foo Fighters. This is my pick for that scenario. Bad memories. So now for the everyday foundation. So this could be any and all of the above scenarios. This is just, you know, your everyday, your go-to, you're never going to let you down, will suit, you know, any situation. It's always going to look good. It's always covering any basis you want to cover. It's natural, it's got coverage, it lasts well, it doesn't let you down, it doesn't magnify your lines. It's just a good, you know, every day if you're in a rush, you whack it on and you know it's going to look good. And my pick is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. It just ticks all those boxes for me. It never looks bad, ever. It always wears decently. It's always natural and beautiful on the skin. I always feel confident wearing it. I never feel afraid to look in the mirror because of the fear of what my face may look like after a few hours. I just think this is really beautiful, and it has great shades, great undertones. If you have olive skin, great undertones, but good luck working out what shade you are. It's like a whole event. Next up, the next category is a pool party. Could also be a beach party. What we're talking about is some kind of scenario where you're going to potentially get a wet face. Maybe a super rainy day, maybe a swimming lesson, I don't know, but a pool party, let's call it that. Now this is going to get weird because I don't actually have this foundation. I used to have it. I've owned it for many years, but it ran out last year and I haven't repurchased it because I just don't really have a need for it in my collection anymore. And this is the MAC Full Coverage Foundation. This is a cream compact foundation, and why I say it's perfect for like a pool party scenario. Again, some people want to wear a foundation to pool parties, okay? No judgment here. do whatever you like. Maybe you're taking your child swimming, you're going baby swimming, and after baby swimming, you're going for lunch with the other mums. That's where I used to wear this foundation. So I took my babies water babying, we went swimming with my newborn every week, and afterwards we would go for lunch with the other mums. And I just wanted to look slightly less bedraggled, you know? And I would wear this foundation, and categorically every week the other mums were like, I'm not being funny, how do you still look okay when we've got out of the pool? Because you're not going swimming, your face isn't really going in, but you definitely get very splashed, very splashed. And this foundation, it's completely waterproof. It's like a pro product. People, like makeup artists, use this product a lot on shoots and things like that, so it looks glorious under lights, and it wears through anything, sweat, water. I mean, you could go underwater. That's literally what this foundation is like built to do, and it will still look fine when you come back up. So if you are going to a pool party, if you're going for a swim and you fancy the lifeguard, why is everything I'm talking about to do with fancying someone? This is what isolation does for you. Whatever your scenario, maybe, you know, again, if you're going to the gym and you're going to sweat buckets and you want to have a full-on shower and get your head under afterwards and then go for lunch. I mean, I don't know who does any of these things, but if you did, that's the foundation I would pick for you. And the final category is when you want to feel your most beautiful. The foundation when your only requirement is I want to look and feel my most beautiful. For me, it's the Tom Ford. This is the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. It's the foundation I'm wearing today, and it's my dream foundation. This foundation makes me feel my most beautiful. I just love how it feels on the skin. I love how it looks on the skin. I love applying it. I love the smell of it. I love its must. I love the packaging. I love holding it in my hands. I love taking it to the shops with me. I just love you. But this is the one that allows me to feel like myself, but just on a gloriously good day. Like I feel like I'm in my own skin, but if I was a lot more blessed than I am in reality. So there you have it. Those are the 10 categories for the foundation wardrobe. I'd love to hear and see your choices for these 10 categories. I will put them in the description box down below, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.